Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. And a chance here to check out some stats for Sam Hauser.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. Fox and Castle are their guards. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Celtics, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Keita in at the center. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
And Fox gets it to go.
Still able to finish through contact. What toughness by Fox.
Brown finds Pritchard. Now here's White beyond the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle the defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. You can't slow him down with just one guy. So coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Brown following the bucket by the Spurs. Just 5 on the clock. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Fox against Pritchard. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Brown outside. White setting the pick for Brown. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Fox deciding where to go with it. Vassell kicks to Fox. Back to Vassell. Shoots over Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when you watch Vassell, it's easy to see why scoring comes so natural.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
The line for 2.
And that one falls for Vassell. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
He's off on the second.
Well, you can clearly see Devin Vassell is a player with a ton of enthusiasm. He loves being on the floor, working as a cohesive part of his team to get results.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Wembanyama. His last outing, 16 points for him. Fires the 3, and the basket by Vassell.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now here's White. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
Wembanyama, a screen on Pritchard. Launches a 3. Wembanyama, no good.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Pritchard finds White. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
first quarter. We're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside, White. From deep. Good on the three-point shot. White's got 5 now.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Brown outside. Six to shoot. A rebound by the Spurs.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wembanyama passes to Fox. Got a piece of it. Here's White. Here's the drive. And White slams it in.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
Wembanyama outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Spurs second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And it's going to be out of bounds, and the Spurs will take it.
And taking a look here at some numbers for White. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Averaging about 18 points per, 6 assists, and just over 2 blocks. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. 4 on the shot clock. Wembanyama, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the end.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
Brown, the pass to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's the screen. White finds Hauser. Pritchard from outside. Wembanyama with the rebound. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Now Pritchard, coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. White, a screen on Fox. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's good. And now it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm look.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, a player almost a decade younger. Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
Yeah, he's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Here's Walsh. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. The kick out to Barnes. Back to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Simon. Deflects the pass, and Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now, here's Simons. He had 15 points last outing. Brown against Vassell. Shot clock at 5. And it's Brown missing.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Fox dishes to Barnes. Wembanyama, a screen on Simon. Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 14.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics making a switch here. Tillman's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 26, Tillman.
So it's the Celtics now. Outside, Simons. 5 on the clock. Over Fox. Busted. No good that time either.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so it's Boston with it after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Simon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on to Aaron Fox.
Love the fearlessness from Simons inside, showing he's not afraid of contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Former dunk contest champion Anthony Simons. Greg, also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
The Celtics making a switch here. Shireman's checked in.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Fox against Simon. Pass to Vassell. Offline with his 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now, here's Simon. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Walsh. Simons with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Outside, Fox. It's Vassell on the wing. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead. but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Wembanyama. 14 points for him. Fox against Simons. Outside, Fox takes the three. Devin Vassell, and that's good. Vassell's got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. Celtics trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Shireman. Castle covering. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Simons against Fox. And it's Simons missing. Spurs leading by 19. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Vassell, the pass to Fox. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Pass to Shireman. Simons with the ball. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
You've got Anthony Simons. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Walsh in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now, here's Simons. Over Castle. Again, Simons missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Defense getting overly physical with Fox, but he makes them pay, earning the and one opportunity.
Well, Stan, after 8 seasons with the Kings, a new chapter for De'Aaron Fox now in San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and look, you got to be excited about that if you're a San Antonio fan. De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama together? Is there a better pick-and-roll combination in the league? The sky's the limit for that duo.
And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Tillman's shot is off.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Wembanyama outside. There's the steal. Here's Walsh. Hasn't made one yet. Simons on the wing, covered by Vassell.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Here's Castle. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
The shot's good from Simons.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
Pritchard against Fox. Now, here's Vassell. Guarded closely. Nobody near Barnes. Cans it from downtown. Barnes has got 7.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Shots good by Boucher.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Castle. Now Wembanyama. Fades. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama's numbers.
His last 10 games have been exceptional, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Boucher passes to Simons. And stolen by Castle. The kick out to Fox. Into the lane, and it's Fox with the jam.
Whoa, Fox, what a finish.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Simons from outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Nailed from three-point land.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Pritchard. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Guys?
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Brown finds Simons. Now here's Brown, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is a strong dude. He takes the hit and completes the play.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Greg, isn't this a fun time of year? Mid-season basketball, from award races to juggling playoff pictures. It's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much more interesting.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Queta. Wide a screen on Vassell. To the right side. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. Boston again missing. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out.
Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Keita, defended by Wembanyama. Fades back. Keita's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
That time, Vassell looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
The Celtics shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Wide a screen on Vassell. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Outside, Fox. Here's Castle. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got his 7th assist in the game. Pritchard passes to Keita. Looking to end the run. Boston again missing.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by Derek White. A three from Wembanyama. It's good from long range. Wembanyama's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Spurs. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Brown. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Castle on the wing, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Pritchard. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Sohan's checked in. Now, here's Vassell. 11 points in the game. Here's Fox. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fox has got 13.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Here's Brown. He has 7. There's the pick. Here's White. Wide open. Hauser misses.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Fox finds Vassell. No good from outside.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Here's White. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Smooth sailing for San Antonio. Zohan, the pass to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen. Three-pointer. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 9th assist in the game now.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Here's Hauser. Still scoreless. Pass to Brown to end the cold streak. Rebounded by the Spurs. Castle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Fox.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now, here's Vassell. He's covered by Brown. Back to Fox. Off target with his 3. Boston shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot.
The Celtics shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
Anthony Simons at the line, shooting
one shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
With the break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. Jaylen Brown, 4th.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
And Anthony Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
Here's Champagnie after the basket by Boston. Now Castle. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. That one goes. Count it. Harper's got his first points in this one.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Here's Hauser. A three-pointer, no good.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Pass to Sohan. There's the three. Rebounded by Hauser. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Harper. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And it's Simons missing. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs able to put on a show for the ages. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Their measurement of the shot. Give it up for our contestants.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Boston Celtics.
Where is the rebounding? They're getting pushed around and eaten alive. This is so embarrassing.
Yeah, that's something they need to fix if they want to get back in this game. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead. Now, someone on this set, I believe, actually won Rookie of the Year. But, geez, it was so long ago. Memory fails.
Or was it me?
You know, I don't remember. Anyways, moving on.
Stop playing, guys. You both know who it was.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. Luke Cornett is out there with Barnes. Then there's Keldon Johnson. Then there's Harper. And it's Champagnie in at the 3, the small forward. San Antonio with the ball. following the bucket by the Celtics. Johnson surveying the floor. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. He was all alone on that one.
Well, you want to stop Johnson, but he figures out a way to hurt you with the pass.
Pritchard with the ball. And it's Harper with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That one good for 2. Barnes has got 11.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now here's Brown. 10 points for him. Pass to Pritchard. Now Hauser. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Johnson. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Harper. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Back to Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Pritchard with the screen on Barnes. Here's Hauser. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
Spurs making a switch here. Wembanyama's checked in. On defense, the Celtics. Wembanyama, a screen on White. Wembanyama outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Wembanyama has got 32 points.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Brown the pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And it's White missing. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
White, good.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by San Antonio.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Harper. Slammed home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on White.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
One shot.
And that one falls for Harper. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Here's Johnson. That falls. Nice speed that time from Harper. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. The Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you, Kevin.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Now, here's Brown. 13 points in the game.
Jaylen Brown proven to be a tough customer.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
He misses the free throw. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
He hits the second from the line.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Johnson outside. Pass to Harper. Shoots the three. They get it back. Kicks it out to Johnson. Wembanyama sets a screen for Harper. And here's Barnes for three. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Now Brown. And he makes good on the layup. Brown's got 16 points.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Right side Harper. The tray. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got his third assist on the night. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside White. And White slams it in.
Well, White is a solid athlete. He's more than capable of getting up for these kind of throwdowns.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Pass to Hauser. Here's Keita. All alone. And the shot goes in. He's got 6.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Celtics making a change here. Walsh is checked in. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Barnes. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Outside Harper. On the wing, Johnson. A 3 ball. And Boston with the rebound. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Cambridge Fieldhouse. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. Drives to the hoop. Harper, no good. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for Boston. White with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And here's White. He's got 13. Down low. Pass to Walsh. 4 on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And San Antonio shooting the lights out in this one, 77%.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now here's White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Johnson, right side. From outside, off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Pritchard passes to Brown. He takes it in. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fast break, here we go. White with it. He's picked up by Harper. Offensive rebound. Pritchard from outside buries the long-range jumper. Pritchard's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
On the wing, Johnson. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
3 points.
Harper's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Here's Pritchard. 6 points for him. Back to White for 3. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 6 rebounds in the game. Driving the lane, and that one's good. Champagny.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Brown outside. Pass to Walsh. Pritchard with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Pritchard's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Here's Champagny from downtown, and again it's San Antonio with a 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Brown with the bucket.
Offense is coming easy and often for Brown tonight. He is dialed in. They should keep giving it to him.
Now here's Harper. He's got 12. The shot by Champagny, no good. Brown wide open, he fired. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Champagny. Off target from outside. Boston's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Brown outside. Pass to Walsh. No good with the triple. Spurs shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Johnson with a screen on Pritchard. Harper dishes to Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Harper's got his 6th assist on the night. Boston shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Brown the pass to Walsh. Hits the three-point bomb. Walsh has got 6 in the quarter.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Harper wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Cada. Now Pritchard. Inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Celtics have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That one is off. No luck that time either. Here's Harper. Shoots over Simon. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Chris Boucher, Peyton Pritchard out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Tillman in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. Harper the pass to Champagnie. Back to Harper. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
That's the look you want. Gotta be disappointed coming up empty.
No one near Boucher as he lets it go. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Johnson, the pass to Harper. Johnson outside. Back to Harper. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Pass to Champagnie. Harper against Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. The second chance effort. And Boucher sends it back. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Pass to Castle. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Simon. Here's Walsh. Covered by Vassell. And stolen by Barnes. Castle on the wing. Pass to Barnes. Uses the glass to drop it in. Boston shooting 41% for the game. And here's Boucher. Here's Tillman. Here's Walsh. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Castle. Stan, we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectory is not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Fox. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Vassell. Lets it go with the 3. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
And Vassell's jumper continues to evolve and improve. He's a real threat off the catch.
Back to Simons. Pritchard sets a screen for Simons. Busted. No good that time either.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Brown is checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Anthony Simons. Celtics have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Vassell against Brown. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Oh, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
And it's in there. Brown's got 12 points here in the second half.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Here's Wembanyama. Good, another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Now, Wembanyama. After Jaylen Brown's 3-pointer that didn't go. A pass to Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Now, here's Brown. Clock at 6. Good, nice job down low. Brown's got 24.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
Fox with it. He's covered by Pritchard. A 3 from Wemby, and again for 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Here's Tillman, and he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Barnes finds Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on White. And Wembanyama throws it down.
That's just textbook. Castle understands when to deliver the ball off that screen.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. To the inside. Fox shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
2.
And the speed of the Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
And that one misses. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
White, good.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Fox against Pritchard. Wembanyama, a screen on Pritchard. With the fadeaway. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Wembanyama's got 44.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Here's Hauser. Back to Pritchard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
For him, it's been a tale of 2 halves. He's starting to make an impact now.
We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Fox against Pritchard. Here's Castle. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
Here's Queta. And the rejection by Wembanyama. A pass to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen. For the 3, drills the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 47 points.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Now Hauser. Brown deciding where to go with it. From 12 feet out. Rebounded by Castle. And for the Spurs, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Here's the 3, and another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Queta. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Yep, that one goes. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Wembanyama. And Boston with the rebound. Queta's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Three-pointer, Pritchard. That one doesn't drop. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show.
Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. Castle misses. The Celtics shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Brown. Castle covering. Wembanyama high post. They double team Wembanyama. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Shoots over Hauser. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Wembanyama's got 52 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Fox against Pritchard. Castle on the wing, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Yeah, that's a pass he's got to catch. Maybe just starting to relax a little too much with that lead.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's White. Over in the corner, Pritchard. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now, our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.